Go.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Pin High Podcast presented by Pin High Media. Blake Koepka is a PGA champion again for the third time, and it's a block party in Fort Worth this weekend. Fort Worth, yeah.
Yep.
So let's get into it.
This is Jordan Spieth here, and
this is the Pin High Podcast.
Good. Yeah. No, Dallas, Fort Worth, like same thing. I feel like
Yeah.
the airport is DFW.
Yes, it is. I think it's right. My friend who went to TCU, he says you can, if you look at aerial shots of the course, it's the football stadium's like in
the
air
back.
or in sight. Yeah, like it's right there.
But I kind of want to start with Michael Block.
Oh, the live bots are going to come after you.
What? Wait, what side are they on? Do they
Well,
like
I mean,
Michael Block?
No, I think they're upset. I'm sure they're upset. I haven't seen people upset about it, or what people are. Or made live bots on Twitter complain about it, but I'm sure some live boys are saying, "Oh, Michael Block, like why are you celebrating Michael Block over like live? It's over Koepka win the PGA. It's like." It's like the PGA is promoting. It's like no one cares about Liv. Liv's getting disrespected. Like all this stuff.
I will say the
I can just picture that.
PGA Tour Instagram was hilarious.
Yes.
It was one post for
Yes.
Koepka, and then I think it was 45 posts for Michael Block.
The tweet they posted was like Brooks Koepka has won the PGA with a period.
Yeah.
It's great.
A lot of salt levels there.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like the general consensus is everyone loves the story. And I think it's very cool. Sure. I think it's kind of annoying.
I agree. I think it's a little bit.
I think it's just a little bit much. It's like, I don't know if that's if like that makes it me too contrarian, but like, I do not care that much about like seeing him look around like, oh, like it's just, it was cool for like a day, and then like the hole in one. If the hole in one didn't happen, there's no way I would think this was cool. But the hole in one made it.
And if the hole in one didn't happen, he wouldn't have made it to next year, either. It's like in that putt on 18 wouldn't have mattered. The whole that day was awesome. Like the hole in one, the putt, like he's playing with Rory, like the whole week, like it's a week of a lifetime for that guy. Like there's nothing is gonna be better than that, which is
ratings were also incredibly down on Sunday.
Very low on Sunday. I don't know why.
Very low.
I guess just the time of the year. When you move the PGA Championship to May, like that's what happens.
Well, and there's probably the first. Actually, no.
I feel like
first one in a while with Tiger.
I feel like it really doesn't need to be in May.
No, well, they're only doing it. No, yeah, you're right. I guess they're people are worried about it being in May for Rochester, New York, and like, oh, is there going to be snow on the ground, like that kind of thing?
August either, though. I think August and May have the same effect because like sports are like not going on in either sport.
Sports are going on in May. We have the NHL playoffs, we have the NBA playoffs, we have MLB. Like in August, there's just baseball, and that's kind of it. But in May, like you do have the other sports.
Where would you put it then? It's not in May and August.
I would put it back to August, but they never needed to move it to May. Is the thing.
It does feel strange.
I like it in May.
The Open's over. That made like major seasons over, but it's
that does still feel weird because it still feels like summer to us. Like, oh, it's August and there's no major golf anymore. But I like it because I always hate after the Masters, like you had to wait 2 months for another major to get to June, and now it's like, all right, you like kind of it's all in succession, which I enjoy more. And I enjoy the Players more in March.
The Players
based off last year's spicy conditions.
When was it before again?
May. Like Mother's Day.
Yeah, no, I like a March Players.
I do too.
I like having it before the majors instead of splitting up the majors. That does make sense. But I guess back to Michael Block for a second. Like, I feel like we've seen parts of that story before where like the guy comes out hot and has a good like opening day, and then all of a sudden like it falls apart at some point, round 2, round 3, round 4, whatever. They usually don't make the cut, so round 2 usually. But yeah, guy usually falls apart, and then like you don't have any more of that coverage again for the rest of the week. But Michael Block went 70, 70, and then shot another 70, and it's like, all right, well, they just got to keep pushing this guy, I guess. And
he did the walk and talk twice on 14.
Which he one time is probably enough, but he did seem like a relatively genuine guy. Like, I know you didn't like that he was looking around every time he like made a putt, but I did listen to him on Foreplay.
It was
and listen to his
genuine.
interviews. It's pretty genuine guy. Like, he seems like a good guy.
For sure. I'm also just being a hater, but it's more like the coverage of it.
Yes, it's pretty genuine, but again, like all of it's very, very cool. But I'm a bit over the no, the hole in one is like seemed to look like, I don't know, kind of the cry, yeah, corny, and the crying at every single thing that's told to him. It's like, okay, a little bit.
It's not the crying at every single thing that's told to him as much as it is being like, oh, you're gonna make me cry after every time someone says anything to him.
Yes, exactly.
It's just,
I mean, whatever. Just a crazy week. And like, I think Sunday we had like almost the right amount of Michael Block. I feel like he did get kind of cut from the coverage for a while, and then he made the hole in one, and that's where it kind of came back.
And the hole in one,
like, you have to show 18 to make that putt. The up and down on 18 to just make it into next year's PGA was kind of insane. So you kind of have to show it. And like, I guess there is a little bit of a bias towards PGA Tour and Live, so I think the Koepka thing was downplayed a little bit, and Michael Block was more upplayed. So, and we've seen Koepka win before, so it's not out of the ordinary. But yeah, I think Sunday we had the right amount. I think Saturday they went a little overboard, and Friday, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, Sunday, I think Sunday was perfect, but then everything that followed on Sunday. Again, the exemptions, like he's playing this week, he's playing RBC. Like, he's in like a featured group this week.
Yeah,
but like at the same time, I am incredibly curious to see how he plays tomorrow. Like,
I'm very, very
that
curious.
Group is going to get more viewers than maybe like at least any Charles Schwab feature group's ever gotten.
What time does he play tomorrow? Do you know? Is he afternoon or is he morning?
The 2-something range. 2:30 maybe. But yeah, back to the hole in one. Jim Nantz kind of ruined it a little bit. Not like fully ruined it, but he did say like a moment ago, and I cannot stand it. A moment ago, like, with, why do we have to know it's a moment ago? Like, we're all watching the same thing. It's not like we're walking the course.
I kind of don't mind it. Like I like the genuine reaction is always like great, but like a shot like that, like he's like a moment ago or something like that. Like, it's like you know something big is gonna happen, and it's like but you don't know like you know what's gonna happen, but you don't know what's gonna happen or something like kind of, you know, like you know what's gonna go in, you know there's gonna be a celebration, but you don't know like how it's gonna be made, or if he's gonna hit, like he might hit into an inch, like who knows? I've said that before too. So I guess that's the like it kind of just builds up like the excitement for it.
Yeah, but it's almost like the producer in his ear shouldn't even tell him it was a moment ago. Just say that we're cutting live to 15 with Michael Block. Don't even tell him what's happening. I want the genuine reaction from Jim Nantz as well. Like, that's one of the best things.
But if that means it's a hole in one, then like sure, but
yeah. But but if you tell the producer, if the producer tells you like we're cutting live to, if they're behind and he knows what happens, and he says we're cutting live to Michael Block at 15, like that's not gonna be a genuine reaction.
I mean, it might though. It's Michael Block and Rory on 15. I don't know. I just like, obviously you think he's gonna hit it like somewhere decent. It's not gonna be as genuine, but it's better than him saying a moment ago and knowing exactly what has just happened.
Yeah, you know? that's fair too. Do you think Block goes to Live? Does he get offered by Live?
No.
If I was Live, I think I said this. We will.
We don't have room for him.
like I think they should create another team called Team Block Party. He's the captain. $20 million to Michael Block, and he'll definitely make the
that
jump.
hasn't been a problem for Liv in the past. They'll make the room they need to make.
I know, but like they already have like they've gotten to the point where like, what's his name? Who's the dude that went to Georgia Tech? That's like the auto.
Ogletree.
Ogletree's the auto like alternate now for like
Right.
he stands in for any team. Like you play like for 2 different teams in a tournament.
Yeah, that's weird. But like I just show like
so like they don't have enough room.
But if Liv wanted a guy, if Liv like if for whatever reason JT is like I'm going to Liv, like they're gonna make room. Like they're not just gonna say no. Yeah, I know, but like,
it's a PGA professional.
Like what if he was offered $20 million to Liv and he says to them he says to them no way, you're gonna make me cry.
Team Block Party. Just saying, Team Block Party.
Michael, there's a sandwich waiting for you on the 19th hole. You're gonna make me cry. I love
guess what's on the sandwich.
The thing that I'm curious about, what is he, 45 years old, right? I wonder if he makes this run at the PGA Tour Champions. Like, why not? You don't even have the distance on PGA Champions. Like, he's obviously somewhat
well that's good. That's why this week is going to be so much more interesting, because like you don't need distance at all here at Colonial.
Right.
Like you need it helps obviously, but
what do you think his ownership will be? What %?
What's his salary?
What's his salary?
Yeah. It depends. He's got to be the bottom,
it's like
right?
6,900. It's ahead of Akshay.
That's why I don't think it's going to be that high because
Ben
of that.
Martin.
Well, the people like the actual
Ben Griffin.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's going to be as high.
Is he behind? Is he like doesn't Kids have better odds to win?
Yeah, yes, he does.
Kevin Kisner
has better odds to, or yeah, Michael Block is like 500 to 1. Kiz is like 600 to 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Kiz is playing really bad right now.
He is playing really bad, but he's a PGA Tour professional, and Michael Block is a PGA pro. It's a bucket of balls a week.
I mean, his game's pretty good. You can't.
He is pretty good.
Don't lie. He is pretty good. He just doesn't hit the ball that far,
good,
which is.
But like you said, what the granted, it's a major and it's Colonial. It's different, very, 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 very different golf courses. Like, could not be more different. But like you have to keep wondering how long is it going to keep this up? Like, how long is he going to be able to shoot even par and make the cut?
If he makes 2 cuts at Schwab and Canadian, like what's next? Does he get more exemptions, you think?
Probably.
Well, he's gonna be he's qualifying for the U.S. Open in a couple weeks too. Like if he makes the cut at the U.S. Open.
He's qualifying for the U.S. Open. Like he's doing the qualifiers, and then he's qualifying for the Open as well. He's going across overseas to qualify for the Open.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
And yeah, his son his son's like pretty good too. I think his son's like 17 or 18. He's not going to go to college, and he's just going to turn pro right after high school because he doesn't like school.
Is he really?
Yeah. So, and he said that if it was him and his son, if it was him and his son in a playoff, to get into the U.S. Open, he might let his son just get in.
Yeah.
That is.
If you're Michael Block and you've already had if you've had these moments, you probably just shank it off the first tee.
Yeah, I don't think your golfing career is going to get any better than this past Sunday.
But PGA Champions, he can make a lot of money over on the PGA Champion. Remember Rob Labritz from I think Glen Arbor? Yeah, he is on the PGA Champions now. He never played pro golf. He only was the PGA professional who played in the PGA Championship a bunch of times. And he qualified for the PGA Champions. He just got his card. So
I wouldn't be surprised if that was already his plan when he turned 50.
Yeah,
because Labritz has played in PGAs before, and if he's close to 50, I'm sure he was thinking about it. That's probably the next attainable goal. I'm sure that's what it is, PGA Tour Champions, because that's he said that's all I've done all I need to do in golf after he made the cut at the PGA and was low pro. So, but enough on the
Yeah,
enough
no,
about the
now
block
we're
party.
on the block party. We're the ones
Now
that are
let's
taking
get
it
to the
to the
winner
next
of a
level.
tournament, winner of a major championship.
Winner of
Just-
5
Brooks
major
did-
championships.
Brooks
Yeah.
did Brooks this weekend.
He did.
Brooks
It was
is
very
around.
impressive.
Played the best like 4 days of just like complete golf.
Yeah. Well, what do you like? I don't. It's what we've been waiting for 4 years to kind of see again. Just crazy to think about. It's been that long. And he's
only 33,
undisputed.
right?
Like he's undisputedly the best player since in our generation, kind of.
Basically, yeah.
Like,
I mean, his game is
more
just
majors and
so built for major championships. Like it's the random tour birdie fest is not a Brooks Koepka type of tournament, but these major championships where you just have to be consistent, take your medicine, hit the ball into the center of the green, and putt well. He does that better than anyone. So it's just built. He's just built for it.
And Rory does not do that at all.
Rory does not do that, but Rory was dead for a while, came back, was dead again.
But Rory's just makes like stupid like Koepka just hit like you said, hits the middle of the green, 2 putts, and if he makes a birdie, he makes a putt, and like if he knows when to attack.
It's
Rory
go
ahead.
What stops him from doing it at the U.S. Open and the Open Championship?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's
nothing probably. Somebody else just making more birdies, right?
2018 Brooks.
You got to think Brooks is going to be one of the favorites in those tournaments too, if not the favorite.
He might be. Yeah, it might be him, Rahm, and Scheffler are the three
crazy
favorites.
That we didn't pick. We picked Dustin Johnson over him.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But we got him in our pocket for the U.S. Open and the Open now, I guess.
We do. Like, what do you think this means for, I guess, LIV? Because I don't think it means much at all.
I don't think it means I don't think people are just gonna go watch LIV now because Brooks Koepka won a major. Like it wouldn't make me want to watch LIV. Like yes, I miss Brooks Koepka on the PGA Tour, but as I was saying to you guys last week, like Brooks Koepka on the normal PGA Tour events wasn't winning those events anyway. I wasn't watching for Brooks Koepka anyway. Like he doesn't really play well in those events. He doesn't show up for those events. But in a major, I want to watch him.
I will say that if I'm on the PGA Tour and I see all these LIV guys playing in majors and their games haven't suffered at all because they're still good, they're still competing for major championships and contending for major championships. Why don't I just get a bunch of money to go play in less
The
events?
only thing right now stopping players from going to LIV that let's say are not at the top 20 right now or whatever is the fact that in a couple years, if you don't win in one of these majors, you're not going to qualify for any of these majors.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's like the only thing. Because Phil Mickelson made a good point on Twitter this week saying how like we get to play less events and just tailor our games to the majors all year. Like we literally take the whole year just prepping for the majors where everybody else has to play in these tour events and like make their money comes from these tour events. But LIV guys, they're paid already. They just have to play in these events and get ready for the majors, and that's basically it.
Which, and again, we're talking about everyone's different in how they like prepare for like the majors, how they need to get like reps and everything like that. Like Brooks doesn't need to go crazy on like, and maybe like in like mental breaks like from the mental grind of the PGA Tour week to week is like good for him, and like he just can just prep for 4 weeks of the year. Like I'm sure there are guys in the PGA Tour that kind of need that, like, all right, like I need to be in the fire, like I need to be in the like cauldron, I guess, if you will, of a PGA Tour event before they get to the major, and then that can bring them to that status that Brooks is at. Not they would get to that what Brooks is at.
But you can say the LIV events do that. There's enough of them.
Like.
But it is, but like it's like it's competitive, but it's like I don't know. Taylor Gooch shot 62 at whatever course, and he shot 10 over par at the he's missed the cut at the U.S. Open. Like, so are all these other guys, and like,
but Taylor Gooch probably would have done the same thing if he was playing on the PGA Tour right now. I think
he probably he probably would have.
The difficulty of the courses is the exact same. Like I saw like a tweet today that said that they like included slope. It was using USGA tools of like the live courses and the PGA Tour courses, and they're like virtually the exact same.
What are they? Yeah,
that's the Mayakoba is literally the same course from like 2 years ago on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, so it's like, and you get the chance to play. Like the other weekend, it was Cam Smith, DJ, Brooks, and Bryson all like pretty much tied at the top of the leaderboard on a Sunday or whatever day they finished.
Which is like,
so
like, yeah,
it's. Liv's not a good product. I don't think anyone is really. I don't even think that's what Live fans truly are arguing. Like they think they're arguing that, but all of their arguments kind of don't support that. It's just like, it's the fact that like Live Golf's just like a better deal for a lot of players because you just make a bunch of money and like,
I mean, yeah, like I said, the only thing stopping is the qualifying for these events. Like, for example, Sergio Garcia, he won the Masters in 2017. His 5-year exemption is up, and he didn't play in the PGA this week, but he did qualify for the U.S. Open, but he had to go to the Open qualifying to do it. Like, he wouldn't have had to do that if he was playing on the PGA Tour. He would have been safe within the top 50 or whatever he needed to be.
Which is like, that's what the whole like Taylor Gooch thing is like, all right, Taylor, like if you're pissed about not being exempt for the U.S. Open, go qualify. Sergio Garcia qualified. Like, right. And he didn't even try to qualify.
But like, yes, but like, live players probably should get some sort of points. Maybe it's not as many points as you get for playing in a PGA Tour event, but like, I feel like we can't discount them from the majors just because they went to go play live. I get that was part of the deal or whatever, but there should be some sort of calculation. I know they only play 3 rounds, so it can't be that many points, but there has to be some sort of calculation that goes into the official World Golf Rankings so that they can get points to get into these majors.
Which, to me, it makes me realize, like you said, like, yeah, they played well. Like Brooks won, Phil. Like, I still think the second at Augusta is kind of an anomaly, but like, there's really only 5 guys on live that we've seen that we think can compete at the majors. It's like it's Bryson, it's DJ, Cam, Brooks, and like maybe like Joaquin Neiman, but like he looked lifeless out there.
Played well this weekend.
Mito is fine, but like
you're naming a lot of guys. Like, I'm not a pro.
No, but
like there's a lot of guys that can't.
I name P-Reed, sure. Like that's like, all right, that's like 6.
P-Reed, yes. 6
guys, and then who else?
You just named like 9.
I named 6. And like whatever. Even like, but what I'm saying is like it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter where they play. Like they're gonna like Brooks is not. He even said at his press conference, he's like, I don't really yeah, this is great for live, but like I'm celebrating this on my own. It's it didn't. I don't know why it didn't click for me. It's like how individual everything is now. Like even with like live, like it's been like so live versus PGA Tour. It's like it still is like Brooks is not going home, and he's not going home and immediately prepping for the like all right, like what is this course in DC gonna look like? Like he's at the Panthers game and the Heat game.
No way Brooks plays well this week.
No, 0 chance. He could shoot 80.
He's the favorite too in DC, but like there's
zero.
There's no way.
0 chance. But it just shows like, all right, like we're not gonna see these guys. We're only gonna see them 4 times a year, and I guess I'm okay with that now. But it's just an like individual game. Like it doesn't mean anything for live. I don't think really at all. And like who knows? Maybe in a couple of years, like if Liv's still around, like maybe these performances are like kind of staying the same. Like maybe there's a couple like Mito plays better or continues to play better. Like maybe Louis comes back, and maybe like they're kind of falling off a bit. Like who knows?
I mean, yeah, it is a conversation to have, but I don't know. I think there might be an advantage just because they don't have to play as much. I mean, yes, the travel is insane where they're going for some of these live golf tournaments, but there should be some sort of qualifying, I think. I mean, yes, it shouldn't be like, oh, if you play well in live and only live, you get into the majors. It should be like, all right, if you play like pretty well in live and then you go play pretty well in a couple European Tour events or whatever they call it, DP World Tour events, then you could get into the major. But yeah, I don't know.
I wonder
they're
if
obviously showing out in the majors. So like the majors are
Yeah.
not good if Brooks and the rest of the live crew is not at the major. Like it feels off if they're not there.
I wonder if the majors themselves kind of like change their qualifications and say, all right, if you finish top, let's say 30, I don't know what logistically that would look like, but top 30 at the PGA, you're exempt into the U.S. Open. Like if you're a live guy and you're not exempt, like Taylor Gooch is like, all right, I have something to play. I have something more attainable to play for, I guess. Like I don't know if that's even a realistic possibility.
So now there's another conversation to be had. The Ryder Cup. Brooks is basically qualified now based on his 2 finishes in the major. Like he's gonna be at the Ryder Cup, whether you like it or not. Like he's on the team. So does that open the door for the other live players to get selected?
I think yeah.
I think so too.
I think it's kind of starting to blow over, and I feel like the live golf players are like kind of playing their way into respect.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think, the Brooks winning a major is probably the best thing that happened to some of the other live guys. The fact that they might end up making some of these Ryder Cup teams and maybe President's Cup in the future.
But again, like it's individual. Like if Zach Johnson's not going to take Peter Uihlein because he's winning all these live events. If he doesn't show out in the majors where everyone else is playing, like he's not doesn't mean anything.
No, but it opens the door for somebody like DJ who like could probably make the team, but like they might go in a different direction if it's a pick between him and somebody else on the PGA Tour, and it might still go towards the PGA Tour player. I know ZJ's kind of PGA Tour biased.
He seemed kind of not like he didn't seem too open to the idea of.
But somebody else might be, and it might be a chance for some of these other guys to make the teams. And then like when you go to like over to Team Europe as well, like they have some guys out and live that might be able to go play now.
I mean, playing for live makes it harder on you for sure. Like you have to go above and beyond. Like you'll have to show that at majors you'll have to
compete with these.
You'll have to play noticeably well on live, which is like kind of hard to do because like not a lot of people pay a ton of attention to it. So you have to be like in contention like week in, week out on live, and you have to play well at majors. And like that is the way to get the look. But like if you don't do that, then if you like don't play well for like a stretch during live, people are gonna be like, nah, this guy sucks.
But even then, like if let's say Peter Uihlein plays great all year on live, like great golf, competes everything, and DJ doesn't compete at all and live, but they both have let's say they both finish T10 at all the rest of the majors. Who are they really gonna pick Peter Uihlein over if they pick a live guy over Dustin Johnson?
I don't think you can create a name for yourself on live. I think you have to be already a guy.
I mean, but you could probably say the same thing. You could say the same thing if Peter Uihlein's playing great on the PGA Tour and DJ's playing like not that great on the PGA Tour, but DJ finishes and the same like situation just on the PGA Tour. They might still pick DJ just because DJ is DJ and Peter Uihlein's Peter Uihlein. Like it's how it's always been,
agree.
Right?
I think there's like a very like I think it could be on live. It's truly between like 4 guys. Like I'm not even including Phil. Like it's Patrick Reed, Bryson, DJ, and Brooks. Like those are going to be the guys that are the only possible guys that are going to be selected to the Ryder Cup probably. Like I don't
think Patrick Reed will. I don't think there's any chance of that.
No, I don't like, and that's like probably. But that's probably like but it's probably DJ Brooks and Bryson, like Patrick Reed and everyone else is kind of like in their own
separate category. It's not completely.
Yeah, no, I mean, you just mentioned the guys that have been there before, basically, which is it is what it is.
Which is like they made a name for themselves before. They've been on these teams before,
and that's gonna run out eventually.
It is. It is gonna run out.
Yeah,
I feel like it's gonna be harder to just like make it like Scott Vincent's not just gonna like randomly have a Harris English year and like
right. And it's just like the idea. Like I know Matt Wolff was bad when he like left the PGA Tour, but the fact that Matt Wolff has like not been heard of like basically since he's gone to live, like guys like that are just gonna it's what's gonna happen basically.
Disappear. He's gonna disappear.
Like Matt Wolff could be playing great on live right now. I have no idea.
I think he's maybe contended at like 1 or 2.
But he's just like, even if he's contended at all of them, he's not getting himself into the conversation for anything.
Well, and those guys like that are on live that like Matt Wolff, like he's not exempted these things anymore.
Yeah,
like they have to make a name for themselves only on live.
Hard to do. But you took the money, you got the financial security, so you can't really complain.
They have to. Yeah, and obviously, like someone with the same finishes on the PGA Tour is going to get a better look at than someone with the same finishes.
They're ranking. They're going to move up in the official World Golf rankings, and they're going to be up there. They're going to be in the top 20.
Yeah,
you're going to see their name there.
Even if there was no rankings involved, people would be like, "Oh, the guy finishing T20 every week on the PGA Tour is much better than the guy finishing T20 every week on live."
Yeah, I mean, we all know the official World Golf rankings is extremely flawed anyway, just how they do it in general. But like, kind of needs an overhaul. But is what it is.
Yeah. Well, that was fun.
That was great.
I was talking live. Should we get into the Charles Schwab? Surprisingly good field for a non-elevated event.
I think this is a course that the guys like.
They think coming like here, there's a lot of guys who think they can like win here. Like, I don't think Max Homa would be here if he didn't think he could. If he would, he can win. Like, I just don't think he'd be here.
Hell, Michael Block is plus 200 to make the cut. That's not outrageous for him to make the cut, I guess.
Kinda just have a weird feeling deep down that Max is winning this weekend.
I would not be surprised.
Played well at Wells Fargo. Not that this is a comparable course, but like it's hard to compare last week to this week.
Yeah,
you can.
But like he's got the approach game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think you generally have to be like the most amazing putter at this course.
No, I don't think so.
I think most of the approaches are like, below 200 yards. And, if you look at his approach stats, I'm sure that he's in like the top 40 of all those proximities under 200. Look.
I think the thing that hesitates me from picking Max is he thrives at the courses that are like tough courses.
This is an easy course.
It's not easy, but I don't know if it's
the
I don't know.
The winning
it's not
score
like
hasn't been like lower than like 15 in a while.
Okay, so it's not. Yeah, you're right.
It's
not
a shorter
easy.
course. It's not necessarily an easier course. It's just shorter. You're gonna get some roll out of the fairway. Like a shorter hitter could definitely win at Colonial. Like out.
Kisner has one.
No, it's been bombers.
Yeah, well, did Burns win last year?
Burns, yeah.
Burns, okay.
Does kind of feel like a Sam Burns week again, just cause. But, kind of like Justin Rose a little bit. He's trying to
go out on. Yeah, I like Justin Rose too.
I mean, he's played well in both majors so far. He hasn't played a lot this year. Really.
This would be not a bad Justin Rose pick week.
I liked him. I liked Bez or Gesundheit.
I feel like at that point though, like Bez is not as good as Justin Rose.
No, I also agree with that.
Yeah, I mean,
could be a Kitayama week.
Kitayama?
Justin Rose has not missed a cut in a while.
I like him, but he's kind of like I feel like accuracy is a premium.
Yeah, I'm trying to find his stats here.
He's not. Kitayama's not the most accurate.
Minwoo.
I feel like
who's
Minwoo's,
like Davis
Minwoo's
Riley?
A guy. Minwoo's a guy that's gonna.
Davis Riley played well last year.
I know, but Davis Riley's not as good as he was last year. Who's like
True.
the Davis Riley this year? Who's just like an approach guy that's kind of like coming on the scene?
Have you heard of Michael Block?
Really coming up on the scene.
Is Eric Cole an approach guy?
Ooh. I loved last week was Justin Suh. I loved his game last week.
Eric Cole is sitting at 46th in strokes gain approach, which is pretty good.
Ooh,
not bad.
Let's go to the strokes gain approach stat.
I mean, Akshay's up there, 11th.
I don't hate that.
I just don't know if Akshay's
we already
winning
used
an
Akshay,
event.
I think, though. Or maybe we didn't.
I don't know if Akshay's winning
Did
an
we use
event
Akshay?
with like this kind of a field.
No, I also agree.
Is it a Ricky week? It might be a Ricky week.
Oh, it might be a Ricky week.
It could be a Ricky week.
Ricky's
it's kind of like
at,
they want to. I think the Friday uses this, but like they have like the Masters, like the Davis Love the third week, where it's the week, it's all the pressure's off, but the game, like everyone tries to get their game in form for the Masters, but their game comes into form. There's no pressure, and the game's still in form for the week after. Like Ricky never plays well at the majors.
10th in strokes gain approach. He's 11th in strokes gain total. He's been pretty good this year, but his driving accuracy is not great. I will say that, but hits a lot of greens in regulation, and he's longer than he used to be, which is he's not even like a short hitter anymore.
He didn't have a great approach game, or he didn't have a great week last week, but I feel like he was. I don't know. What I watched all week, and I watched a lot of golf. It didn't feel like he was. It felt like he was like really close to, like either making putts or. Like, it didn't feel like he was like playing that bad.
That was his first missed cut since October.
Yeah, his first week with negative strokes gained approach.
Honestly, like he's basically outside of the Amex and the CJ Cup, which were back-to-back weeks, T54, T34. He's been top 30 every other week this year.
Wow. I'm down with Ricky.
Kind of crazy.
Ricky, do you think Ricky or Rose?
Ricky.
It's a redemption week. I kind of like Ricky.
All right.
He went 7. It's not like he went like 80 at the PGA. He went 73.
No.
He was like 6.
Like I said,
he was like on
I
the
don't
cut
think
line.
I don't think like watching him. I don't think he played that bad. Like I think he was like kind of got burned on a few putts, even like that, like brutally left out. Like he could have made the cut. So I like it.
Cool. Right,
I would love to see Ricky win. You had Jason Day win a couple weeks ago. Ricky wins this week. That'd be great.
And Rose won this year. It's like it really is like 2015 all over again.
Exactly, and I kind of love it. And Brooks Koepka won a major, so we're just back.
Now we just need Rory to win again, and then it's truly 2014
Rory at the Open
all over again.
Except I don't think the Open sets up great for Rory this year, if I'm being fully honest.
I think didn't he win? I think this is
but
where
the
he
way
won.
his current form of game, like his current game is just like you cannot be hitting the ball all over the place at that golf course, like the way the bunkers are laid out and the fescue and
he was
everything.
He did not have his A game this week, and he
didn't play terrible either.
He had chances. No, he didn't play. He's just stupid. He's just a stupid golfer. like on like Sunday, he birdies 1, and then like the pin on 2, like you cannot fire at the pin on 2.
He does that.
And he just fires at it and misses right. Oh, Patrick cut out.
Yeah, we lost Pat.
But yeah, just fires at the pin on 2, and like he's boned. He makes bogey. Like it's just stupid stuff like that. Brooks does not do. That's the difference.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating to watch Rory right now. It's
Pat with the comp died.
Yeah, Pat's just gone. Pat's just fully died.
Yeah, no, I agree though. Very, very, very frustrating to watch Rory play golf. But all right, I guess we made our pick at least.
Yeah, we made our pick. Pat just is gone. Waiting for I'm flustered now.
Well, you want you want let's get in the clubhouse then.
Yeah, let's do that. Let me switch the thing to a 2-person screen. All right. So in the clubhouse, I guess Pat is gone. We switched to a 2-person screen here on the video. If you're watching us on the video, you play any golf recently? I know this was a big major watching weekend.
I said I was going to. I didn't. I ended up going to Lake on Sunday morning, so I watched a lot of golf, way too much golf. My eyes kind of hurt, and then trying to play this weekend or soon, and just kind of get back into it a little bit. But it's nice out. But I went to the range Saturday morning. I'm kind of like a range rat now. Just go to the range once or twice a
Range
week.
guy, yeah.
Yeah, that's my golf now.
Yeah, I played I guess I played on Monday afternoon, which is kind of a decent time to play. I feel like there's no one like out on the golf course,
no
which is
one.
nice. I could kind of mess around. I can't really take it seriously though, because I go out like 5:30 after work, and it's just, I'm kind of just hitting balls and messing around. So
that's what I'm gonna try to do tomorrow. I'm just gonna try to find a course that has like a cheap tee time for like 5:30 or 6, and just go out and
twilight, right?
See what happens. Yeah, go out and play. Hopefully, no one gets paired with me.
Yeah,
fly around, maybe even play 18 if I have time.
I got 17 holes in, I think, which was pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Skipping around a little bit. I was messing around with my driver a little bit, just trying to like get it back. It's still not there. We started off at the phase where it's like I can't hit the ball like at all. Like I swing and miss or like top it or whatever. Then we went to the phase of like I hit it like perfectly for one round. I was like, oh yes, driver's back. And now we're at the phase where I'm just massive slice right now. So we're making good contact. We're slicing it. We're slicing it pretty far down, but it's just it's still a slice. I need to get it straight. But yeah. The rest of the game's in an okay spot, but the driver is not.
No, I feel that. I feel like my
only club in the bag.
Only thing holding me back. Yeah. I think I'm gonna try to play tomorrow. Actually, see what happens.
Yeah, be nice. And Memorial Day weekend coming up, so.
That's also true. But everything's so expensive and already filled up.
Yeah, everything's super expensive, but yeah. I mean, it is what it is. But the Charles Schwab should be a good tournament. See if the block party comes out this week. What if Michael Block what if he just finishes top 10 again? Like, what happens?
Are you gonna bet him to make the cut or miss the cut?
Probably not. I think
are you just gonna
stay away from it.
Are you just gonna enjoy the party?
I think I'm just gonna enjoy the block party. Be a part of the block party.
I'm very tempted just to bet him to miss the cut.
He's gonna get a lot of coverage this week. But yeah, the odds aren't good enough for you to bet him to miss the cut. I feel like.
I don't know. Like I thought they'd be worse. I thought they'd be like minus 500 to miss the cut. It's like a PGA, but it's like this fits so well. The course fits so well.
For what him. What he is.
Yeah. Like he genuinely has a chance, but I don't know. So we'll see.
We shall see. So I guess that kind of wraps it up for the week. See how the block party is, and we'll check back in next week. See if the block party's still going or not.